Hi everyone, it's Harry again. It's April 26th and I'm doing a new Aircrete test with my Green Dragon. So all my tests lately have been to attempt to get Aircrete like this block here so that it's not brittle, and I've not been able to get it to that point yet. But one thing I've realized, it was pointed out to me recently, is the one thing I haven't changed was the amount of foam coming out of the machine, and that's a big deal. I've been adjusting the water, I've tried super plasticizer, I've tried different foam mixtures, foam solution where I go from 36 parts to 1 all the way up to 200 parts to 1 part soap, 200 parts water. So I've done all that. What I haven't changed was the amount of foam coming out of the machine that is mixing into the cement. So I'm going to try that today. And the other thing I'll be doing is a density test. I spoke to someone who's in the industry of Aircrete, who does it commercially, and they asked me if I'd done a density test. Of course, I didn't know what it is because this is not my field. But gave me an example of how to do a density test with the Aircrete, and that test was to use, in my case, these water containers from a rather soda bottle containers. So I'm to measure one. So this is my scale. Okay, I'm at 0. I have this water, this soda container. It says 3 pounds, 14.2 ounces. So I have two others, and I did this before I started the camera. I filled both of these up to the rim with water, and they come out to the same weight. So I know if I fill these to the rim, I'll be very close to the exact same weight when I fill it with the Aircrete. So that's one of the tests I'll be doing. So right now what I'm going to do, oh, this is looking so dark today. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a foam test first. So I have my air on. My air is set to 90 psi right now. The soap solution I'm using right now is the same that I used the last test, which is 175 parts to 1. 1 part soap, 175 parts water. I already set my water flow at 1 gallon per minute. So I'll start my foam test. So here's the soap solution coming out with no air. So I'm going to shut this off. Shut off the valve for the soap solution. See if that stops. Okay, you can see it's stopping there. I'm going to crack it open a little bit. And turn the air on. So this is what I've done. All the previous tests, I have my foam flowing out of here at about this rate. So today what I'll be doing is changing the rate at which the foam comes out, as well as changing the soap solution again back to 36 parts to 1. So today what I'm going to be doing is less soap solution. So this is much less than what I've done before. Okay, about there is where I'm going to go for. So I'll hook this back up to the Green Dragon. Dump this bucket. Okay, so my water's set to 1 gallon a minute. I have my Aircrete in the hopper. And I've just changed for the first time the flow rate at which the foam comes out of the machine. And the machine is level. One of my other tests, I raised up the front end a little to allow the cement to mix inside longer. But this test, I'm going to have everything level. Okay, well, there's some Aircrete. It flowed out like water. Almost seemed like it didn't even really has any foam in there. It's really watery. Let's pour this in here. Oops. Okay. That'll be the first test. It's really running. Check the foam again, make sure it's coming out at a good rate. What's the rate at which it was coming out just now? Okay. Okay, I'm going to change my soap solution. I'm going to flush out the hose. I had 175 parts to 1. I'm turning the valve on all the way so I can flush it out. Now this should be the 36 parts to 1 coming out here. Once we air on, much thicker. Okay. We do. Okay, that's the foam flow rate I'm going to go for in this next test. Definitely see this is, well, I can see as much came out thicker than the first one I just made. Okay, so this is the first one I just did with 175 parts to 1 soap to water. So I'm going to weigh this one. Okay, that says 3 pounds 5 ounces. Just to do a comparison, I'm going to do the water again. Just wait for this to zero out. £3 14.6 ounces. Now, this is the 36 parts to 1 solution in here. Wow, 2 pounds 9 ounces. That's a big difference. Okay, that's my two different tests here. Using not only a different soap solution, but a different flow rate of foam coming out of the machine. So I'm gonna make some more Aircrete and put it into my cement molds, my paver mold here. So that I can test out the strength. This is the last batch I just made. Filled it right to the top and is actually doming above. See if I can level it a little. Now I'm going to leave it above to see how much it collapses, if any. Right now it's above the mold here. It's just crusting. And so I'll just see if that settles. I have no leaks anywhere around. And I'm going to make a little more of this. I'm going to try even less foam now. I'm going to change the amount of foam that's coming out. This is what I had for the last test. Turn your air off. This is what I'm going to go for. Very little coming out. Again, this is really liquidy because I have so little foam going in here. I don't know, I almost feel like it's too liquidy, but we'll see. Okay, my last test just now. There was some cement was hard and it was blocking the hopper. So I don't think I was getting the correct flow of cement just now. So I'm gonna redo that last one now. Again, it looks really runny. I just poured it into a mold that I have here. I'll see how that looks once it cures. Just double checking my foam rate. Maybe this is too little. I'm going to increase the foam a little more. Try that flow rate. See if it makes a difference. I'm going to get one more bottle prepared. Wow, this last bottle weighs 1 pound, 15 ounces. Can't see it, but it does. 1 pound, 15 ounces. That's the lightest one yet. So I'm going to weigh these up again. This is the water. Some of it just spilled. 3 pounds, 14 ounces. This is the 175 parts to 1 soap solution. Wait, let me zero out. Okay. 3 pound, 5 ounces. This is 36 parts to 1. £2 pounds, 8 ounces. And this is the same 36 parts to 1 with less soap. No, I'm sorry, I increased the flow rate a little. So this one has more foam. And this one's 1 pound, 15 ounces. So you can see they're all pretty much exactly the same size containers with 3 different weights. It's very interesting. This test I had not done before. This is why it's important for everyone who has one of these machines to do your own testing, because you may get different results, or you may be more experienced than I am. So I'm going to take this last batch that I just made and pour it into my little paver mold here. Okay, so I poured them all. They're above the mold. It's all above the mold by maybe 1/8 of an inch. And I just want to see if this is going to settle down. How much the bubbles will collapse. Okay, so I just want to show you guys now some previous testing that I did and the brittleness that I got. So this was my super plasticizer, 32 ounces of water, 175 parts water to 1 part soap, 90 psi air pressure. Now, I'm supposed to let this stuff cure for at least 30 days. It's been a few days now since I've done this. And I just don't believe, if it's going to be strong, that I should be able to do that after a few days, where I can just break it with my hand. Now, I was told the super plasticizer isn't good to use with Aircrete. So that's what I got with this one. It's brittle. Only 32 ounces of water. This was a half-gallon water per minute. Same soap, same air pressure. It's like a nice block. So you can do this. Still break it. Again now, it's supposed to cure for 30 days, 28 days, 30 days. But after a few days, this is what I have right now. And it's still crumbly, brittle. And that's pretty much how all the samples are that I've made. This was a half-gallon per minute also. I can break with my hands. This was water with no plasticizer in it. And it's super crumbly. I think this is how they make those brick walls in movies, where you can punch through them. This is 1 gallon per minute. You can still smell the soap inside. I just feel like it shouldn't break that easy. Anyway, all those test results were unsatisfactory, and I'm hoping this new test, by changing the amount of foam that comes through the machine, will help with this getting the results I'm looking for, which is stronger Aircrete. Well, that's it for now. I'm going to let this cement cure, and we'll see how it goes after all this cures. I'll be weighing these samples after they cure to see how much weight they have, and I'll be checking the results on my Aircrete pavers that I poured here, and we'll see how strong they are. Anyway, that's it for now. This is Harry, and I'm signing out. Peace out.